A large Spanish contingent then in Brussels for a very important Euro 96 qualifier between Belgium and Spain. These two sides who've met in World Cup finals in their last two meetings in 1986 and 1990 know that the prize here at stake is a place in the Euro 96 in England next summer. 18 months' time then, the European Championships will be held in stadiums around England. Belgium, though, need a victory here against Spain, and this is their lineup, a real mixture of experience and Prudhomme in goal with his back four, Giello, Albert, Cruyssen and Smits. It'll be interesting to see just where he plays. Danny Boffin and the captain, Frankie van der Elst, 68 caps, and he was the man who scored the decisive winning penalty when the sides met in the 86 World Cup. Lorenzo Stalins only managed one goal for his country, and that was against Wales in 26 appearances. And Paul van Himst knows that this side are under great pressure following some disappointing performances so far. They began their campaign with a 2-0 win against Armenia. It wasn't impressive. Then lost to Denmark 3-1 and could only draw with Macedonia. Spain, this side entirely based around players who play in the Spanish league. All 11 starters involved. And certainly manager Javier Clemente, who began his career with a victory against England in September '92, knows that if his team can produce the goods here tonight, they'll have 4 wins from 4 games and be in a very strong position. Look out for number 10, Donato, who's scored on his debut. A Brazilian-born player, managed that 1 goal in his only game so far against Denmark. Well, since the win against Denmark, Clemente's side have played a friendly against Finland and won in Malaga by 2-0 with goals from Nadal and Goycochea. Paul van Himst there to the right of picture knows this is a big night for him as Spain get us underway in their change strip of blue, playing and attacking the goal to our right. A big occasion, a European night in Brussels, and certainly these two sides who've met on 15 previous occasions, going right back to the 1920 Olympics when Belgium beat Spain 2-1, know the significance of this one. Belgium won a 5-4 penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw in Puebla in Mexico in '86. As I said, it was Frankie van der Elst who got the decisive penalty. Spain reversed that 2-1 in Verona in the 1990 World Cup. Only 2 survivors from the first meeting from Spain, Zubizarreta and Julio Salinas. So Belgium here making a fast start and trying to make an impression here on a Spanish side who are in good form, having won their last 4. Their form guide recently is a 2-1 win in Limassol in this group against Cyprus with 2 from Higuera. They won 2-0 in Macedonia with 2 goals from Julio Salinas and 3-1 in Seville against Denmark before the Finland friendly. But Belgium here has started brightly, and Zubizarreta will know that he's in for a busy evening, I would think, here. He's broken the all-time Spanish cap record earlier this year when he won his 82nd cap. That was in October '93, now 95, and surely he will be on his way to 100 Spanish caps in the year of 1995. There can't be many teams that boast 11 players from the league of the country where they're playing in. As away come Belgium, and there's 2 in the centre, and a great chance here and a goal. And it's Marc de Greizer who got there. Stalins had made it all work, and Bertanio had found him, and here is Bertanio. Well, Stalins, I thought, was going to get there, and he miscued it, and de Greizer's finished it. After just 6 minutes, he gets his 21st goal in an international career. How will Spain react to being a goal behind? Certainly Michel Prudhomme, who's been involved in some big games this year for club and country, playing with Benfica, will know all about the big occasion. Spain will be looking to try and come forward. Here's the enigmatic Real Madrid's Luis Enrique. Still Luis Enrique. It's a fine run Still Luis Enrique. Oh, that was a good effort. I think he might have been going wide, but Prudhomme couldn't resist the opportunity. Luis Enrique has only scored twice for Spain. When he deceived Smits here, continued his run, and maybe Sergi might have got a flick header on that. Here's Nadal. And hoping to go all the way, but that was an ambitious effort. Certainly Spain coming back into the game. Philippe Albert there, who's really enjoying his football in Newcastle. And of course was involved in the Newcastle side that beat Antwerp early in Europe, coming to Belgium and winning 5-0, but losing to Bilbao in the second round, having given away a 3-goal lead in the first match. Good run there from Luis Enrique. Here he goes again, Luis Enrique. This is Hierro. Oh, nice turn. Still Hierro. And still Hierro. It's a great run. It's a brilliant finish. And Hierro has levelled things up here after 29 minutes. And he did it so well. What a fabulous bit of close control from Hierro. And he just kept on going. Well, Luis Enrique had the first shot. And Hierro, who played all 5 games for Spain in the World Cup, just kept on running. And that was a wonderful finish. And a deserved equaliser for Spain just before the half-hour mark. Well, that's his 8th goal for Spain, and he won't have scored many better. Paul van Himst there. Must be concerned at the way things are going, because Spain have really picked up the tempo. Belgium needs something badly. Now there's a break on here. And a chance here as well. He's drilled it wide. Well, Gilles de Bilder, maybe his inexperience told, they'd love that to have gone to De Greiser. It was a good opportunity this for De Bilder, but in only his second international appearance, he hadn't got the nerve to knock it in. Boffin, and again Danny Boffin, well, it's important for him to enjoy these situations. De Bilder puts in a cross. Zubizarreta's out of position here. And Starlins comes in. And Hierro loses out. And that was Frankie van der Elst, who incidentally is no relation to the former West Ham player. Luis Enrique. Settled down from Cuero. As the half-time whistle goes, certainly an enthralling first 45 minutes in Euro 96 qualifying action. Both sides will claim they could have been in front. In the end, though, De Greiser after 6 minutes, and a substitution at half-time for Belgium. Verheiren comes on to replace Banyano. Let's rejoin the action. Well, was that outside the penalty area? And was it handball? The former for sure, the latter one would like to take a second look at. Well, an early piece of drama, and Sergi making no mistake. Well, let's have a look at it again. Always controversy, and here again Zubizarreta, very lucky I feel. Sergi. Ooh, that was a late challenge, but this one he got away with. Van der Elst was lucky here. There's 2 in the centre now as away come Spain again. Luis Enrique, he's teased them. Still Luis Enrique, it's a fine run from him. Still Luis Enrique, it's a great run. And now a chance, Albert, oh that's on Cuero, and that's a penalty. Ahmet Kakar, no doubt about that. It was Philippe Albert who came across Cuero after a fine run from Luis Enrique. And so, it'll probably be Donato who will be given the opportunity. How he rued the fact that he wasn't on the field with an opportunity to win the Spanish Championship last year for his club, Deportivo. It was left to Jugoslav Djukic, who missed, but Donato is very much on the pitch now. and in his second international, the Brazilian, who they say at his club is one of the coolest penalty takers you'll ever see. No power, just finesse. Well, if Prudhomme can psych him out, we shall see. So Donato, 31 years of age, scored on his debut against Denmark. Where would he place it? Or would he blast it? Oh, he's placed it magnificently. It's a second goal for Spain. They lead here 11 minutes into the second half, and now Belgium have big problems. Donato almost arrogantly sent Prudhomme the wrong way. Belgium 1, Spain 2, and now it's an uphill battle for the home side. Paul van Himst knows that this is going to be a very, very important half an hour if his side are going to have a realistic chance of making it to Euro 96. Vermaelen, good chance for him. Well, the Bruges player was in the perfect position there, and he was at the far post waiting. It was just the finish that let him down. Having got there, he'll feel surely he should have got a better contact in the ball. Zubizarreta then with the clearance. Spain leading in Brussels here by 2-1 in a Euro 96 qualifier that they're now beginning to take control of. Although at 2-1 anything can still happen. Vermeulen, and that's Van der Elst, and he's getting boos from the home supporters, and that's a shame really from a player who's given so much to Belgian football over the years, and of course was the hero of the country when he knocked that penalty in against the Spaniards 8 years ago now. Great opportunity here, Salinas, he must score. It's 3-1, and Julio Salinas in his 50th cap grabs his 22nd goal, and that is a phenomenal strike rate from the player who changed clubs at the end of last season and who's had a fantastic last month. Well, Salinas here was given an opportunity that he was determined to make no mistake with under Prudhomme, and so Salinas, who's been in the news in Spanish football domestically because just a few weeks ago his late equaliser in stoppage time gave Deportivo a point at Barcelona, the club that he left last season. Goycochea coming on, and Salinas is coming off. Well, he's run his heart out, he's grabbed another goal. It's 22 in 50 for Salinas as Goycochea comes on into the frame. We've got 21 minutes to go. Sergi. Well, this is a fine performance now. Luis Enrique making a run. They're all queuing up. Will the flag stay down? Well, it might have got up, but it was an immediate impact from Goycochea. I can understand why he ran on, because had he played it inside, I think the linesman on this near side was waiting to raise the flag. So Goycochea went for glory. He went alone. Now, let's have a look. Yes, they would have been offside. Certainly, the player to the left, Sergi, would have been. But it's these Spanish supporters who have made the trip to Brussels, and Javier Clemente must know now that his side are on their way to 3 very useful points, maximum points from 4 games. Here's Luis Enrique. Now there's a chance, and the flag stays down here. Great opportunity, fine save. Prudhomme denying Sergi. As the Spanish threaten to dominate. Schmitz. Well, they have taken complete control in this last 20 minutes or so, and Belgium do look a very poor side in comparison of what we've been used to from them. And there must be a lot of questions being asked from the home side at the moment. They're 3-1 behind, and it could so easily have been more here. Sergi galloping away, and he was favourite, but Prudhomme denied him. Hierro. Oh, that's a great run. Luis Enrique, and out comes Donato this time. Luis Enrique was free on the right, and Donato made the run in the centre. If he passed to him, it was 4-1 for sure. Prudhomme denying him again. The running of Luis Enrique has been fantastic. This is Schmitz. Here's Krassen. That's a fair pass as well. Zubizarreta, when your luck's going, reads the situation perfectly. Turkish referee Ahmet Kakar. As Belgium here find themselves overrun. Now Donato. Now Sergi. And now nobody in the centre. It was bad luck really. But this is Van der Els, and he won't enjoy this experience. The Belgium captain. Many who feel this may even be his last international if it didn't run well. Now Belgium come forward again. Vermeulen, he's got plenty of chances. Over on the far side, Belgium only win a corner. Zubizarreta looks away. De Greiser had the major opportunity. Vermeulen looked sure to be on the end of it, but in the end it was put out of play for a corner. So can Belgium get a consolation here in the closing stages? And the header down for Vermeulen again. He was hoping to get on the end of it, but he didn't. So Belgium throwing down the gauntlet towards the end. It was Krassen's header. Vermeulen couldn't get there. Spain, though, thoroughly good value for their 3-1 lead. And Julio Salinas, Donato and Hierro, their scorers. And Luis Enrique makes the run. He's onside. Luis Enrique in the final minute makes it 4-1 for Spain. And now they have a very conclusive victory. It may not be a record because Spain won 5-0 in 1957, but a 4-1 win away from home will do very nicely indeed, thank you. Luis Enrique kept his nerve, beat Prudhomme, and Spain have the points, and they have a fourth goal. Great finish, and it typifies an excellent performance. No wonder the Spanish supporters are celebrating. We're into the time that the Turkish referee wants to add on for stoppages. There won't be so much of that, I wouldn't think. Well, a quick look at the watch. There it is, the final whistle. And a fine win for Spain. Extra special when you consider they were a goal behind. De Greiser putting Belgium in front after 6 minutes. Hierro with his 8th goal for his country, levelling on 29. Donato from the penalty spot after Albert found Guerrero, giving Spain a 2-1 lead after 56 minutes. Julio Salinas, he does it again in his 50th cap, getting his 22nd goal for his country.